Flosstube. Rachel here from Mainly XStitch. You can find me at mainly_XStitch with an X on Instagram, and my website is mainlyxstitch.com. I'm back today. Today is May 25th, 2025, with a 2-week update on my stitching and a little bit of chat about a new start, which is really exciting, and some new products that have hit the shop and will be hitting the shop soon for Pride Month. So I got quite a bit to talk about, so we'll go ahead and get started. So for stitching this week, I worked on 6 projects. I'll show you the ones that I didn't get as much stitching in first, just to get those out of the way. The first one I'll show you is actually a gift for my brother and soon-to-be sister-in-law for their wedding. So if you guys are looking at this video, look away. And I will have put the details up on the screen for this one. This one's by Irina, and then I don't know how to pronounce her last name, unfortunately, but it's just a really pretty wedding pattern that I'm replacing the names in the center and the date with their names and their wedding date. So I did 102 stitches on this one in the past 2 weeks, and I need to do more because their wedding is at the end of August. And it needs to be done in time. So I need a little bit of a kick in the pants for this one. Next one I worked on, didn't put a ton into, is my Heaven and Earth Designs one. This one's called Childhood Sweethearts. And I have done a crop of it, just so it'll fit on this 18 count piece of fabric that I got from Michael's. So I did 101 stitches in this one in the past 2 weeks, and I actually had filled in like some of these areas that I was missing colors for. I'm still missing a couple of colors, but we'll get there. So that's that one. I'm having a lot of fun with that one. I just have to be in the right mood for it because 18 count isn't my favorite. But that was the piece of fabric I had that was big enough. And then I'll go into the Whip into Shape pattern that I have chosen for that challenge hosted by the Runner Stitcher. I did 898 stitches on this one in the past 2 weeks. And I'm doing a multiplier of 20, where the challenge is technically to do a multiplier of 10 for the number of miles he runs, but I've chosen to do a multiplier of 20 just to see some more progress. So I'll show you this one. I can't remember if I had started the crow or not when you saw this last week. But we're getting quite a bit done in that area, so really loving that one. This one's a gift from my husband, and he loves yellow, so this fabric is perfect. I've also said this a million times on my channel, but my favorite fabrics are from my Vintage Needle Arts, and they are just amazing. All right, so the next one is the Tree of Life Stitch Along by Climbing Goat Designs. And I put 1,214 stitches into this one. I'll go ahead and show you. I believe last time you saw it, it must have been an FFN, or no, I must have just started May's stitching because I think my video was on May 11th. So this is that one. And I love this one so much. It's so pretty. And this fabric is my favorite color in the whole world. So yeah. So if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I had a little mishap with the frog. How ironic, right? This branch right here. I missed a whole, I think it was like 2 or 4 stitches. So like all of this was shifted down and over where it should have been up and over. So I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna have to frog all of that work? I ended up just fudging it. So I took out some of this branches. I'm trying to see in the reflection here. So some of this branches, green stitches, to finish the word amphibians. And then I just made sure that the branches actually end where they're supposed to end by bringing them out or cutting them off a little bit, so that I'm lined up for future releases. And I started on the little tortoise. He's very cute. And I'll be working on this some more. The next part doesn't drop until June 10th, so I got some time to finish this up. I have quite a bit of stitching left in this one. I'm a little behind because I've been so excited about the next one I'm going to show you. That one is also on my vintage needle arts fabric. Surprise. All right, this one I put 592 stitches in on, and my needle minders are trying to stick to my desk again. And you've already seen like the frame finish from me, so I'm just gonna fold this down. And this is a very open, even weave, so apologies for the see-throughness. So in the past 2 weeks, I believe I completed the spoonbill, and started on the blue-footed booby. And he has a little, you can't see him because of this needle minder. Let's move these up. He has a little hitchhiker, actually. It's like a vampire finch or something. They actually drink blood if there isn't enough food, which is crazy to me. So that's that. This little flower is just so pretty. So I am saving his feet for like last because it's my favorite color. This needle minder is a custom art that I requested from Weird and Witchy. She has a website, but she's also on Threads and Instagram, and she does leather art. So this is genuine leather that's laser cut, and then she hand paints them. And these are her art. She designed this. This one was specifically for me. I requested this one. So if you're interested, those are in my shop. The little sunflower is also in my shop. And this is another one by her. This little clover is also a leather one. I put this one on this whip because I'm trying to ward away the bad juju so I don't have to frog. Okay, I told you how many stitches on that one. I have a little bit left to go before Friday, but I have plenty of time, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, and then the last one I have to show you that I worked on, yes, this week. And I actually started this yesterday, the 24th. Sorry, again, it's a linen. Let me see if I can put like this 8 up behind it or something. I need to get like a board. Yeah, that'll work. This one's called like How Doth the Little Busy Bee, I think. And it's by Modern Folk Embroidery. And it's just a small one. It's like 97 by 107 or something tiny like that. And the pattern originally calls for like a really dark brown, like black fabric, and then for the stitching to be done in like a yellow color. But I wanted to use this gorgeous piece of linen that I dyed with blueberry and cranberry. And blueberry is a fugitive dye. It's also pH sensitive, so, and I can talk about this a little bit later, but the acidic color is this like really bright pinkish. And then as it goes basic, it turns this purple and sometimes even like a teal blue, which I was going for, but wasn't able to quite get. But I posted some nice pictures of these fabrics on my Instagram, and I'll show you the other pieces in a minute. But this is that. It's probably going to be difficult to see it on camera, but I have used a blending filament. Let me check my notes so I can tell you the right number. Krynic 032 blending filament in the back stitch, and my plan is to do all of the back stitch like this. And I also have some treasures. This one is 13010. I have two, so one I'm putting here and then one on the other side for the mirror image of it. And then I also have some seed beads that I'm planning to put in it. Where'd they go? Here they are. They're like a faded yellow with like a rainbow finish on them. And there's no way you're gonna be able to see this, but I'll put it up there just in case and cover my face, just in case it focuses and you can see it. There's also some little bee treasures in there that I'm gonna put on here. So that's my plan with that. The seed beads are 02019. So if you have any interest in recreating this type of look, that's how you could do that. Yep, that's my new start. I think it's adorable. This is my first time working with silks, and I lost my minder. Yeah, there we go. Get back on there, you little bee. My first time working with silks and Krynic and treasures and seed beads. So just going for gold here. So that's that one. I'll show you the other two pieces of fabric that I dyed as well. Let me get a piece of white paper so maybe we can make sure it's white balanced. These are both, so the one you just saw was a linen, a Charles Craft, excuse me, linen from Michaels. These are a 28 count, 100% cotton even weave. It's actually the same fabric as I use for my bird style. That one I dyed with tea. And these I dyed with the blueberry and cranberry. So this fabric came from Million of Stitches, and she's in Canada. So this one is obviously not as dark as the linen, but it still took color pretty well. And I did some splotching on this one too. If you want to see a better picture of these, you can check out my Instagram, but there's that one. And then I also have this one that I was kind of going for more of a like 926 color, 927, but it didn't work as intended. So it kind of ended up like a lavendery mist color, which is still pretty cool. It's a nice neutral, kind of edging into purple territory. So I have a whole bunch of that. I dyed the rest of this color, just to have a bunch of neutral on hand. So that's that. What else do I want to show you? I wanted to show you the other needle minders that I have from Weird and Witchy. I have this little octopus guy. Let me cover my face so it'll hopefully focus. Where's my piece of paper? So there's this little octopus. There's this cherry blossom. And there's the orca. And the orca has a smaller magnet on it just because I couldn't really fit a really big one on it without you seeing it from the front. But these ones have my like super mega magnets on them, and they are serious business. So if you're looking for really strong needle minders, these are a good option. That same magnet is also on the 4-leaf clover. I have some of these Pride ones that are going to be hitting the shop on June 1st too. I have this one and this little froggy. He's so cute. There's this one. And this one. Oh, it's trying to fly away on us. This one was really hard to put a magnet on. I put just a teeny tiny one on there. And just a flag. And then a little heart. And I have some more that I haven't dremelled down yet, so I'll show you those too, but these don't have magnets on them yet. I think my favorite one is over here. I'll show you my favorite one last. There's this sunflower, which is really cute. There's a little kitty with a flag. There's the progress flag. This one. I think I'm showing these in frame. I guess we'll find out when I go to edit. There's this progress flag heart. I don't know if I've shown you this one yet. I don't think I have. There's 2 progress flags. They're just a little different. Oh, just kidding. There's 3. And then this one's my favorite. Whoops. This one's a goose. Because why not? He's got just the regular pride flag. He's just a silly goose. All right. So those will be coming to the shop soon. I also have some stuff from Strike Gently coming. I have another Eat the Rich pin coming. I know that was highly popular. So I have that one. There's also several other ones that I have mentioned in my previous videos. So if you're interested in those, keep an eye out and grab them when you see them, because I only buy like one to 3 of each design. For the month of June, 50% of the sales from these and all other purchases on my website are going to go to the Trevor Project. So let people know they can get some cross-stitch stuff and support the Trevor Project. I'm trying to think of if there was anything else that I wanted to cover. I don't think so. I think that was it. I dropped some new patterns. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen those. Notably, the blasted blubber one, and I will put that either over my face or over here or over there. How about over there? That'll work well. And I have fabric coming to start that one, so I can have a model of it stitched. I think that's like 13,000 stitches or something, so I will pick away at that slowly, I think. That's it. That's all for me. I will see you guys in the next 2 weeks. And you can follow me on Instagram here. You can buy my things here. And I hope you guys have a good 2 weeks. I'll see you in the comments down below. And you can always DM me or comment on my stuff on Instagram too.